I've been always very curious about the voice. I'm a voice teacher, I'm a vocal producer. I also sing professionally, and so I've always researched as much as I can about new ideas, new discoveries, different techniques, various methods around voice, how it works, how to teach it, how to use it, the most effective ways to get the most from the voice. So I was online, and because I'm so curious about who's doing what's happening in the world of voice, I was just surfing online and I came upon complete vocal technique, which I thought was pretty funny, because complete vocal technique, it was such a huge thing to claim that suddenly now there's this method that completely has some way in which to explain everything about singing. So I looked into it, and the more I read what was on the site, the more intrigued I was. Many things that I've been doing as a singer, I recognized in Catherine's work, and then there were some things about what I was reading that answered a lot of things that I was always curious about and didn't have complete answers for. So it was almost like seeing myself for the first time through what Catherine had done with her research in explaining the voice, and also how simple she made everything seem. I was really curious about the efficacy of this method and about the legitimacy of Catherine and her work. So I thought maybe if I came to Copenhagen, I would know for sure if it was actually true and true to form, and I was blown away. Those 5 days just brought me around, and I signed up for the 3-year course immediately. And so that's how I got here. It was kind of like just by chance. And I'm glad I did, because it's been one of the most effective methods that I've found, and I've been singing for a long time, professionally since I was a kid. I mean, I might look young, but I'm much older than I may seem. So after many, many years of studying and performing and learning and having a professional career and working with a range of different vocal coaches, I just found this method as the most comprehensive, and also the pedagogical aspect of it really appealed to me. It made teaching people how to sing so easy, and it had some way in which to explain an answer for any complication that a singer might have. There was a time when I used to work with beginning singers, and as I became more skilled, I found myself working with more professionals. And after a while, I lost patience working with beginning vocalists. I just didn't have the time to lead them and take them by the hand. I was finding that I was getting more satisfaction from working with professionals that had more skill. But having worked with this system, I now feel confident and easy with working with anybody at any level. So I'm now working with beginners again, because I feel that I've got a method now that's way more effective. I can get to things much quicker, help people and satisfy their need more expediently. So I feel totally confident with working with stone cold beginners to Grammy Award winning professional singers. It's helped me also as a singer in my own work. I'm working in the studio quite a bit with singers. So, of course, as a producer, you have to come up with quick ways to get a singer in the zone, to help them with techniques that will get them into the expression more immediately and with more satisfaction. And this technique has certainly given me a great deal of a plethora of tools where I can get the results that the singer is looking for in the studio way quicker. So it's helped me a great deal in the studio when I'm producing singers as well as when I'm singing myself. Well, one of the things that appealed to me about CVT was that it really covered a range of styles. It had some way in which to address the needs of a pop singer, an R&B singer, a classical singer, singer in musical theater, a singer that Congolese folk music, Vietnamese folk music, Bulgarian, Eastern European singing. There was some way in which this technique could address any style. So it wasn't locked into a specific kind of genre where it would only serve the needs of a classical singer but really couldn't help the needs of a black gospel singer. This method actually has something where you can help any kind of singer in any style. Also, given that it talks about effects, distortion, rattle, growl, working with edge, working with things like grunt. And I work with a lot of singers that are in punk rock, black gospel, R&B, stone cold metal rock singers. And I've always had some way in which to teach distortion. I use it in my own singing, and I can help people. But the thing about Catherine's approach was that she had a way in which to codify this stuff, all of these things. So to help somebody with real specifics when it really comes to things like distortion, when it comes into things like singing in full edge in the high range. So I can kind of get to what I need to help a singer in a more, like I say, in a more deliberate and effective and expedient way. So it takes me way less time to get a singer into the zone. And because I work with so many singers that are in the popular styles, this technique was really advantageous because it deals with all of that. It deals with every style. This method actually encompasses everything. I just found that remarkable. I think Catherine's work is remarkable. Her research is just so well, it's got such depth, and her commitment to really wanting to know, and her love and sort of devotion and affection for what she does is also a part of what I find remarkable about this work. She really cares. One of the things I learned a great deal from her was that it's really about the singer. The pedagogical aspects of this technique are remarkable. Understanding how to work with any kind of personality. Learning about how to work with any type of a personality where if they understand things from an auditive point of view, then I can help them. But if they learn best from a kinesthetic point of view, then there's something for them. Somebody might be more logical, where someone else is more imaginary. That has been a huge thing for me because I've always been more kinesthetic, more logical and auditive. Now I can work with somebody that maybe visualizes more as to like how they take in information. I have tools to help that kind of an individual so that I can really serve people from where they're coming from rather than trying to get them on board with where I'm at. Like, that's been a huge tool for me because now I feel like I'm not limited. I can help anybody from any angle.